Good afternoon, everyone. Well, this is a little bit alien, isn't it? 1 p.m. in an afternoon. We need to get back into it, don't we? This is the Create Together Club. First one. It's about 3 months, 9 months, 12 months late. I don't know. But here we are today, so let's have some fun. My name is Tony Darrick, and this is the How to Craft Network studio, where you can get all of your wonderful inspiration and you can catch up with all of the chitter chatter in studio 3 on Monday evenings, stroke afternoons if you're watching from the States. But 6 o'clock on a Monday night is where we get to do a Q&A session and do a little bit of crafting. But this is all about the wonderful, wonderful Create Together Club, which you've all been waiting for. So thank you so much. So if you do like the show, give me the thumbs up. That would be wonderful. And if you can share, we'll try and do some giveaways. We'll do some giveaways at the end of the whole inspirational content that we're going to put together for Create Together Club. Now, in this particular one, we do have 3 items and you've got them all together because they coordinate, whereas before I've given you a random embossing folder or a stamp or a die and a paper pad, and we've used them individually and then we've integrated them all together. But on this occasion, this whole system works together, so we're going to have lots of creative content using this system. Now, if you like the system, because it is a nice one and it's really different, and I feel like this is going to push your boundaries because you probably wouldn't pick this up normally if you were just looking at it. So when I show you the samples, you're going to be like, yes, I can't wait to make those. So I'll show you a ton of samples. You can have a look at those and you can screen grab and short and play around. Make sure you post your makes over in our Eureka fan page. Let me just check, make sure my overhead is working correctly. It is perfectly, thank you so much. And let's just have some fun. Now, don't forget to share the show. There is about 600 of you out there that have got this collection, so we need to share the show and let them know that it started. If you like the collection, though, and you want to get it, it's a steal. The stamp and die is worth the price of the collection. And on top of that, you get your paper pad and your creative water bubble die and word set. Let's have a look. Shall we have a look? So let's do a shout out. Michaela, Audrey, Sue, Samantha, Carol, Kathy, Marilyn. Lovely to have your company. Barbara as well. Hi, everyone. So I don't know if any of you have been playing with this one yet, but let's have a look. So the first one, let's have a look at the paper pad. Then we'll have a look at some samples and we'll do a nice card, hey? So Dewdrop, wonderful, wonderful different colour tones. I always try and bring you variety in your craft, guys. It would be nice just to do florals all the time, but no, we have to change it up. So look at all these water tones. How nice are these? Water effects, like lovely, shimmering, sparkly waters. Absolutely wonderful. Oh, I skipped a few there. With a teal undertone, a white undertone, dark undertone as if it's raining, and then you have your lovely, like, as if it's just starting to rain on there as well. So these are your 8x8s, okay, 7 designs, 21 pages, 200 GSM. So you get this. You also get your wonderful, I love this. This tail is so, so beautiful. So it's got this lovely tail with this fish, and we've got some bubbles, we've got a floral, and let's have a look at the sentiments. We've got positivity, tranquility, scales of beauty, calmest strength, quiet mind, peaceful soul, and peace. But it comes with the dies as well. Look at this, it comes with the dies as well. So you can get that die around that beautiful fish, and I can show you some really, really cool options utilising this one as I can. Just back from opticians, so I can clearly see Tony. Oh, it's not a good thing today. And then lastly in the collection, you also get this wonderful A6 die set, which has like the bubble effect here, the stitch detail around the edge, and it has the word love in like a nice connective font, and then an outline on there. So just a quick recap, you get the die. I think it's about £30 is the collection. So if you haven't got it, you can still get it. We'll send it out as quick as we can so you can be creative with us all. So the stamp, the die, and the papers. Really nice, hey? Shall we have a look at some samples? Because I have got some beautiful samples from my design team. The fish is so elegant, Michaela. I know, it's really pretty. It's really pretty. So let's have a look at some of our samples because they are really nice. So if you've got some circle dies and some tom, if you want to tear your offcuts and create that lovely sort of like waves, as if the fish is on the waves, you can do that too. Hi, Julie. I like this one. It uses all of the components in the set. So the paper, the die, the word, the flower, the smallest fish. And then we've got some shaker elements in the back there with that glitter. Really nice. Panel stamping. That is nice. That really does look like you're looking through one of those floors, or in like when you go to the Chinese, they sometimes have the most beautiful tropical fish tanks, don't they? They're really, really pretty. So you can see there, if you use your confetti ink, you really do get that tropical feel on them. What about black and white? Black and white sparkle. This is a belter. Who's done this? Karen's done this one. This is real nice. Real, real nice. Not something I would have thought of black and white, but that is a stunning card. This one here with black embossing powder, so you get that shine on there as well. And then the background sort of blended in just to give you a little accent on there. I love the scales of beauty. I think that's really nice. What about using it with your other items? So this is a peaceful moment with those pretty papers I showed you last night in studio, and then that lovely aperture. So the aperture can cross-pollinate between all of your lovely other items. A little bit of stamping, just plain stamping with one of our bubble stencils. Again, a slimline card. Lots of sparkle again. Now this is nice because this bit is the waste out of the centre of that lovely frame die. The love on there, I love that love. It's really nice. What about this? This is a true goldfish. Goldfish colour anyway. So share the show, guys. Let's let everybody know we're live. That's just the flower onto some, like a mop-up of ink. Use your stencils in your stash. White embossing powder and colour within the lines. That's really pretty. Like that a lot. And then this one here, another shaker card with the fish coming down on the front. How wonderful is that? Not until you see the samples, you really do get like a sense of you do feel tranquility with this set. It must be the fish and how ornate and beautiful they are. And to watch them, they're really relaxing, aren't they? And then that lovely paper with those flowers. Look at that. What about half? Just a little bit of detail. You don't have to use everything, full impact. Scale it back if you want to. And then a lovely slimline card here where the bubbles have got glossy accents on them there to make the bubbles actually look like bubbles. What do we think? What do we think? They're really lovely, aren't they? They really, really are. So shall we have some fun? What we'll do is the cards that we make over the process of the Create Together Club will line up on the back, and then we'll pick our favourites as we always do. And we'll do some giveaways at the end too, and just have some fun with it. I think I've got 44 units left of this bundle. So if you are wanting to get involved, there's 44 units left. I checked before I came. And we ordered 700, so 44 units left. Cast this finger first. For 30 quid, I think it is. Right, so probably the people that are watching are the people that have ordered it. So let's see what we're doing. What are we doing? I don't know. I totally got it out randomly. I have a vision. We all love a good vision, don't we? So first of all, let's get some die cutting done. Now I'm going to use the plate. I'm going to cut everything that I think I need. So I'm going to use the frame. I'm going to use the words. Cut them all at once, guys, if you're doing the same at home. Then I'm definitely using the fish. It's got to be done for the first card. We've got to use the fish. So let's get some, oopsie-daisy, let's get some die cutting done here. Look at that, guys. I made a fridge magnet. I was like, I did all of the other ones the right way. This one, I was like, oh, it's the first time I've ever done that before. Anybody else done a fridge magnet? Honestly, sometimes. Right, let me just cut this piece of card down here. So, die up, Tony, not down, up. Right, so that's up. I don't want a fish magnet, I really don't. Let's just cut that down a little bit, actually. Tony, I know, Michaela. I'm a total twit at times. I swear, honestly. Sometimes I have to question myself. What on earth are you doing? You know what it's like. So we'll pop this on here. Tony. And then we'll use the frame. Let's see how much card I need for that. I was thinking to be quite creative there, but, you know, I stopped myself in my track. To quit while you're ahead today. Honestly, what's happened today is... Oh, see, I nearly had a fridge magnet. Turn it round. What's happened today is our lovely Becky has woke up with... she can't raise her head, so the room keeps spinning. She was fit and well yesterday when she left, but this morning she's don't know what's happened to her, bless her. So... Good old Tony again has to get stuck in as well. So I've been helping the team today again. And it was so funny because I'm not out of touch with what goes on in this business, but Becky really does take the lead on the orders and getting them out the door and dealing with every and things like that. She's the queen at it, to be honest. She only ever comes to me if she absolutely needs me. And today, obviously, she's not in. I was panicking, like, where's paperwork? Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so the lovely gentleman came and he's like, here's your paperwork. I'm like, oh, thank you very much. And he's like, where are the orders? I was like, okay, I'll go and have a look in the back. So I went and had a look in the back and they were all there, all palletised, ready to go. I just thought, how wonderful, you know, that everything looks after it. It doesn't look after itself in that sense. If you get what I'm saying, basically the team are so good here that I don't have to worry, unless somebody's poorly, of course, worry about a thing. Everything was set, everything was ready to go. And it actually felt brilliant helping the Every guy get these pallets on the back of the truck. And when he came down off his last one, I was like, 4 pallets of orders. Customers, these are all going to get distributed today or tomorrow, and people are going to be getting nice packages. I had a little bit of feel a bit euphoric knowing that all these are out of the door and my customers are going to get them within the next day or two. There's my story for today. Sounds like she has vertigo. She says that she never suffers from it, but she is 100 miles an hour all the time, and I do tell her to slow down. But yeah, she's not well at all. We don't know what's going on, but I'll check in on her after I've done the show again. No fridge magnets. I haven't put those in upside down. Have I? Talking too much. I have a lovely caring team. We've got such a great team, and Kathy's back as well after. So for those of you that don't know, my lovely best friend Kath, who's been with me since I started this journey, she had a nasty fall while she was out on a walk after having an operation on the leg. She went out to get some exercise to get herself fit to come back to work, and then she had another fall. And she feels like she passed out a little bit. Anyway, long story short, she cut like a 10-inch cut on above her knee, which she could see the bone, which is crazy. She doesn't know how she did it. So she walked home. This lady helped her home, and when she took her jeans down to put a plaster on it, she realised it required more than a plaster, so she had to be rushed to emergency surgery and have it all grafted and sewn back up. And Kathy's back, and she's standing up. I'm like, Kath, darling, you need to sit down, take the weight off your legs. You couldn't wait to come back to work. It's like, Kath, they all get giddy to come back. I'm sure it's because I give them all biscuits. I think it's because I give them all biscuits. I'm just popping these out and then I'll show you all the bits and pieces. I will shut up talking, I promise. Yeah, so I've just left her now. She's eating a soup in the pink chair in the lobby, eating a posh soup. And then when I've finished here, I'm going to go and I've got to clean the front. We have visitors tomorrow, some important visitors tomorrow, so I'll have to get a wash. And so I'm going to just tidy up a little bit, just make sure it's nice, so when people come, they get a nice experience at Stamps by Me. And then I go get my son, and then I might go home and paint. Maybe I will try and paint today. I think I need some mindfulness today. So let's have a look at what we've cut here, and then we can have a play. Just pop that out there. This love word is really, really cool. I can see this being used on many projects, guys, of yours. So we have the fish. I haven't stamped it yet. We have the centre of our frame. We have our frame. We have the word love, and then we have the matten layer as well. So let's just stick for our first show to what's in the kit, okay? Nothing too fancy. So let's have a think what I want to do. Right, I love the bubbles. So I'm going to take the bubbles, move this out of the way for now. And Barbara says she loves my jumper. This jumper is a lockdown jumper. I wore this jumper and then all my design team said they loved it. So I bought all my design team members a jumper. And we never have them off our backs. They wash beautifully. They're really, really lovely. I can't remember even where I got them from now, but they're a 4-year-old. 4 years old. Nice when things last, isn't it? So I'm just going to, for the sake of this bubbles, I'm going to just grab an acrylic block here. And we'll do something a little bit creative with these bubbles before we get into our fishes. Yeah, Julie says the love is fab for mini cards. I feel so too. So what I'm going to do is, have I got my ink pads out? Yes. What colour? I think we'll stick with the theme of teal. And as we go through the week, although I say the week, I'm not here tomorrow or Thursday. I have meetings, hopefully Friday. We'll pick it back up. I'm going to focus on like inky techniques, project technique, paper technique. As I always do, I try and do something with each component. So I'm going to use the Tiffany. I'm going to stamp this one out. I'm going to stamp it onto the edge of this frame. Get some bubbles on here. Try and get a full bubble if I can. Do this all the way around. Even if it's just edges of bubbles, I'm going to go for it. There we go. So, other thing I want to tell you all about, guys, is I'm having another digital yard sale this Sunday. So for those of you that missed out, I've popped another one on for this Sunday. And that will absolutely be the last one. I won't be doing any more. It's just because a lot of people have never experienced a show quite like the one we had on Sunday when I said check out and go back and then check out and check out and check out because people pinch things. I meant it, and people just like, oh, I wish I'd have known, I didn't realise. So I'm doing it again. But that will be the last one, okay, for a while. I'm running out of stuff. Mary says, question, will you be bringing your inks to HSN? I do plan to at some point, but I don't think we're ready this year because I'm still trying to build the brand. Maybe next year, though. We'll see how it goes. So I'm just getting a brush here and I'm just going to get some water and I'm going to pull this colour out and make it look like real bubbles. So I'm just going to put some water on my mat here in a puddle. Then I'm going to try and pull this ink out. There we go. This will make it look like real bubbles. I'm just using normal card here, guys, nothing fancy. So you get this nice, soft halo. Oh, looks so good. Gone all quiet now, haven't I? Quiet for 2 minutes only, though. I like to talk if you hadn't gathered. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like the show and share if you can. We'll do some nice giveaways at the end of the workshop. the hole. That looks quite cool, don't you think? I'm liking that. That turned out better than I anticipated. And the bubbles in here as well look cool because they're integrated in there too. So quite chuffed with that one. Let me just get some tissue or my cloth. Where are you? Here we go. So we'll just set that aside and let it dry. And then let's have a look at our fish. Let's stamp our fish. Hi everyone. Hi Bernadette. Hi Kim. So I'm just going to bring my fish in here. Now, a cool technique for you all is if you die cut before you stamp, that's okay. But if you're putting it into a stamping aid, it can be problematic with the magnets. But I'll show you a little cool hack if you do. I like to always stamp and then die cut, but on this occasion I've done it the opposite way around. So a cool hack is if you get your waste, probably most of you know this, but some of you may not. If you get your waste, and if you pop, let me just get my Eureka. Let's just pop this to one side. If you get your waste, like so, and then you pop your die cut back in, then the magnet will hold the waste and it's don't interfere with your stamped area. If you just have this look, you have to hold that in place. You can't really do it because of the magnet. But if you pop it back into the recess of the waste, then if it lifts up when you come to stamp it, you just pop it back into the recess of the waste and you know it's lined back up perfectly. Like so. Like so. And then we just pop this on here like so. I think I'm going to go purple and teal. I'm not going to go traditional black, and then I'm going to drag it out with some water and we'll add some gold. How does that sound? Sounds pretty cool to me. So I'm going to take the teal and I'm just going to sort of like touch the stamp all over, and then I need purple. Oops. And because I'm using my Eureka, if I've missed anywhere, I'll just go back in and add the colour. That looks so good. I need a bit more teal. That is one good looking fish. You won't want to eat this fish. This is not part of the Spuds and Swimmer sketch, remember. This is the pretty fish that we don't eat. This is that very calmful fish. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to add some water and drag that colour out. But then when you take it out, you've got your lovely printed design on there. Jan says she loves the fish. It is a very nice fish. So let's just very quickly pull this out. With Create Together, I always try and do a card from the very beginning right to the very end. I try not to do anything ahead of time unless I'm pushed for time. Then I might have to do it on some instances. But normally I like to show you the whole process. So if you are a beginner crafter or like to do everything step by step and how I do it, then you can follow it at your own speed and enjoy the process just like I do. So I'm just going to take some water here. I'm just going to drag some of this colour out. But when I hit that card, it just drags it out. It's so pretty. So drag the whole colour out. Just take your brush, add the water. That tail is wonderful. I cannot tell you. So follow each one. Look at how beautiful that is. I'm hoping it's showing. And I don't think it would do any harm to leave some areas. So leave, leave, leave. Leave. Like so. So maybe leave some white just to break it up a little bit, and then we'll do his whole body, I think. And his little fins. And then I'm just going to grab my gold confetti, give it a spray with some water. A fantail goldfish, Jan says. We love a good fantail. Then when you take some of your gold, you could use any colour. You've all got your sparkly confettis. When you paint it on, it doesn't look much. But then when you catch that light, I'll do this one here too. And I'll show you in a second, guys. Just let me get the colour down. Probably could do with getting a couple of layers of this gold on because it is so pretty. Let's just dry this off with my gun. Samantha, is there another Create Together club after this one? Samantha, there is not. I have something new for you all. You know me, I like to keep you all on your toes. I'm just going to add a bit more gold on top just to intensify it a little bit more. Were you getting a little bit giddy there? You're like going to say, can we buy the next one? I know what you like. You always do it. You never let this one get out of the way before you're all asking for the next one. I'm just adding a little bit more on top just to get that wow factor gold in there. And then I'll show you in a second because it's quite dreamy. I'm trying to be really nice and keep it within the lines. Right, let's just clean this down for now. Let's just show you what it looks like. You see that there? So pretty, so pretty. You could just do a ton of these on a DL card, like cascading down on a DL card. Ursula says this is her first Create Together club and she loves it. Well, I can't wait to see you make, or what normally happens, Ursula, is everybody just runs wild, does their own thing, gets it out of the system, and then they watch me and then they either replicate the cards or do it but better. That happens quite often. So don't forget to share your makes in our Eureka fan page because we love to see everybody's ideas, inspiration. It is wonderful. We love it. We really, really do. So let's bring in some of the paper, shall we? And that's why I did that fish in that like purpley tone, because it's got a lot of teal in this paper. So to break it up, we've got that lovely punch of purple. So where are we going? I think I'm going to go dark, guys. This one. The fish ought to have a name. Come on then, what shall we name her? It's a she. It's got to be a she. She's so gorgeous. She's so handsome. Right, let's have a play around here. Look at this. That's so nice. What I am going to do, though, is I think I might give it a nice border. You know, like a border round. Let's do that. Okay, pop it in my guillotine. Fanny? Yeah, I can't call her Fanny. Fanny the fish. Fran? Fraggle. Fraggle. That's what I call my dog when she's naughty. Fraggle, I think. Any better than Fraggle? Bernadette, this club is still available. If you do love it, you can still get it, sweetheart. If you put Create Together Club in the website, it is still available. Let's just have a look. Look here, guys. Look how good that looks. That is so good, isn't it? Already we're coming together beautifully with that gold on there as well. Freya, that's a nice name. Freya. I could deal with that. So what I need to do is I need to stop this from floating, and I need some white cards. So I'm just going to grab some white here. Let's just cut a piece of white. The key to this particular card is going to be dimension. Oh, you can't even see me. It'd help if I changed over. I was eating a Kit Kat then. Oh, I could just eat a Kit Kat. Could just stop talking about food. It's your fish, Tony. Fraggle. Freya's too nice. It looks like a naughty fish. Frankie. That is a good name. That is a cool name. Frankie. That is a good name. Shall we go with Frankie, guys? Let's have a look here, look. So, a piece of white. So let's get some matte and layers going on here. And then... and then we'll put this one flat. That frame can be used for so many things. Think about your urban life papers, dancing in the rain, your reflection stamps in the centre of here. So don't utilise it just for this kit. Could be used for so much more. I'll just give that a second to grab. So what I'm thinking, guys, is that fish just on this bit of waste here. Nope. Grab a bit of white. Hopefully we've got a bit of white going on. Right, I'm just going to take the fish again. I've had a little bit of a, you know, as you do when you're crafting, some of us. I'm just going to take that fish again, pop this white in here. I'm just going to stamp tail again. Just going to stamp the tail again, guys, just as we did on the other, a bit of purple. Bit of blue. Just going to stamp this out. Can't find it, sorry. If you typed create into the search bar, is it there? Is that what you're saying? Sorry. Can anybody see it to help Bernadette out? Can somebody copy paste the link for her, please? If anybody's actually watching on a computer or can see for me, that would really be helpful. So you see this part here where it's sort of like in two segments. I've painted that gap in there, you see, because the die cut doesn't actually go into there. So what I'm thinking is if I cut this away here, I mean, you could use your die, but I'm just going to go wild with this tail. And I think if we cut this part out here, it really will look like it's floating on water when I 3D this on top. It's quicker to use your dies, but I'm just doing it for the sake here because I have my scissors to hand. You do it twice. And I've got this part. I'll copy it. I'll put the link underneath here. I'll put the link underneath here, underneath this show, Bernadette, for you after I've gone off air, sweetheart. If you can't find it, don't worry, I'll sort it for you. Jan says there, if you are on the website, it's underneath my show. We link the products underneath the show, if that helps, if you can see that. So this is that lovely sort of tail. Just need to add a bit of water to this one. And what's going to happen is we're going to get the most beautiful ornate tail on this. Just going to drag this out a little bit. Oh, it's got a mix of gold in there as well. I'll just dry this off. Late to the party, Sue. Never mind, it's fine. You've not missed much. You just can rewind if you want to. Do you know as well, look, if you look here, look, you could do an extended tail and make it look like it's got the absolutely most beautiful tail if you wanted to. So let me just manipulate this to try and get that nice dimension on there. Now, I guess if you put this on top, look, guys, it doesn't really matter where you really put it, does it? I don't know. But it comes as part of that piece there. Look at that now. If I'd have done that bit as well, that looks awesome. Now, I think I like it that much. I'm going to glue this bit down flat and then put some pads under this bit so you get that sort of like hill effect. Because that's really going to give it that wow factor. So I'm going to go here and here. Take those off. And then this bit here, I'm just going to go with a bit of glue. Just put this on top. Could really double pad that. I think I should have double padded it. In fact, I'm going to turn that around a little bit. There we go. So I've stuck it there. I'm just going to stick to another pad each underneath there. Oh, not sticking because it's wet. I'm going to double pad it though. I want it to be really high, the tail. Oh, Sue's making a card that you all hate making. I know. Not good. I'm just going to adhere that to that line there. That's better. I'm happy with that now. Got a real rise in his tail there. And I haven't put one underneath here, which is just giving a little bit of flexibility on there. Give that a second to grab. See, now he's got a lovely 3D tail. Oh, that's so yummy. So yummy. I probably would do this section in a separate part as well, but I didn't stamp that part out. But this part here in another section would look like, it'd look like a gown. Absolutely wonderful. So, so nice. Right, so let's get a card. Now, I think teal would be nice because, no, let's go grey. If I've got a grey one, I will have a look. No, you all know what it looks like under here, right? They're all square. Square, square. Here we go. Oh, they're all envelope. They're square. Okay. Do we think pink could look nice? Yeah, pink would look nice because of that purple. Let's have a look. So I might need to trim this down. Trim this down. Let's trim our card down a little bit. And this is where, if you have your gems and things from the show on Sunday, the sequins and the bubble gems and whatever else it may be. Not a good idea to try and cut that all in one, is it, Tony? You can really replicate those bubbles and things. And which is what I'm going to do now. Let's see if I've cut this to the right size. Probably not. Looks like it needs a little bit more off the bottom. Yeah. And then we'll put some like sparkles. Now I've probably cut it too short. Perfect. Look at that. Using the Idyllic Iris embossing folder, one of my absolute favourites. I might pad that. I'm going to pad this one. I'm going for dimension today, guys. Is that not just the most beautiful fish ever? Maybe I'm just biased, but I'll put this on. Samantha says, could you do a back to basics show on different cardstocks and tools? I can, Samantha. I'd probably do that on a Monday. What is it, Samantha? Pop a list of what it is you mean by back to basics. And I say cardstock tools. Any particular tools? Any particular cardstock pattern paper? Heavyweight cardstock? What is it? Watercolor card, vellum? Oh, just give that a second to grab. I'll put some glue under there. Not very much. None at all. So what gems are we going to put on these holes? These ones suit. I'm not going to put them in the holes. I'm going to put them at the side of the holes. So 1, 2. I've got my pickup tool. Oh, these are a bit lush. Anywhere else? I put one in that hole. Start to get carried away, don't you? I'd love to put some on the tail of the fish, but that would be too much, so I'm going to leave that. And then we need to do our wonderful word. This is such a sparkly card. It's got dimension, it's sparkly. And then we have our wonderful word love. And it's got black on though. I think black might be a little bit too harsh. Oh no. No, it actually looks okay, guys. We're okay. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue behind here. Give that a second and then we'll pop it on and we're good to go. Let's have a look. How to get the most from our Eurekas and the new boards. Yep, I can do that. Any A5 white card. It's so handy and good quality. I know. The problem is prices are just so expensive now, Michaela. Just the bane of my life. Things are just like doubled, quadrupled. And rather than me spend a ton of money buying it in and people not buy it, I would rather just not take the risk, as you all can appreciate. So I'm on it though. Not all suppliers have doubled and tripled, but it just takes time to resource people. So let's get this on. You could actually have it off the side like so it's actually off the side. I think it is a little bit harsh though, the black. It's taking your eye away from my pretty fish. So what I'm going to do is, rather than ruin the front, I think I'm going to pop this in the inside. I've cut it now, so I'm going to use it, but the black is too harsh for the front of my card. It's too dark. So let's just pop love off to the side here so the inside looks pretty. And I'll hold it up in a second and you'll be able to see it. But that lovely paper in the background's really finishing it. You didn't have to do the bubbles if you didn't want to. You could leave it completely white. And I'm excited to see your interpretation of this sort of card I've done today. I mean, I've used a bright pink card, which is a change-up, really, isn't it? But I think if I'd used black, that would have looked lovely on the front because of that black back part. So there we have the black. Can't really see it here. I'll just hold it up at the front here. And then here we have a dimension on the fish, the gold, the bubbles. Do you know what? You could stamp one of the sentiments on this little part of white. If I'd have not done all bubbles across here, I could have put one of the long sentiments across the bottom. In fact, I probably could, and I would. However, I've got pads underneath now, guys, so it won't stamp very well. But you think about your stamp. Oh, look here. I'm annoyed now. Look. Positivity down the bottom there. Tranquility. You have options. You make sure you plan ahead a little bit better than I actually have. So let's pop this one on the back here. So that's card number 1. Woo-hoo. Card number 1 of the first day of the Create Together Club. Let me just recap on the items in the show. You can still get involved. And then the next one, we're going to do some inky techniques with the fish, some backgrounds our own, not using the papers, okay? So just different ways to utilise the kit. So here we go. So you have your stamp set with the dies, you get your frame, you get the word love, and you also get that incredible stack of paper as well. So if you're crafting this afternoon, show us your makes, get them in the Eureka fan page, encourage people to come and join in the Create Together Club, because it is a wonderful place to come, and I do stand here and enjoy every moment of crafting with you with the new goodies that are totally exclusive to you guys. It only goes to tell you if there's ever any left. So, and the last one did not go anywhere, if you remember. It sold out before I'd even started the first show. So I ordered more of this one, and I've only got 44 left of this one. Well, 43 if our lovely Bernadette has managed to get it, but if she hasn't, I'll help her out after the show. So whatever you're doing, have a lovely afternoon. I'm going to go clean up, catch the sun from school, not the sun in the sky, sun from school, and then I might watercolour. If I do any painting, I'll show you some pictures. Have a great afternoon, stroke evening. I'll see you all later. I don't know how to turn you all off, so I'm just about to exit the building. Have fun while I'm not here, won't you? See you later, guys. Bye. Yeah, I've still got my mic on and I still love you all very much and you're all my best friends and thank you so much for your continued support. I'll see you all later. I'm off for a Kit Kat. Bye.